Good morning. So, in this session, we are going to learn how we can trigger the flow. What are the different types of a flow and how we can trigger those flows. Earlier this session, we learned that what is the Power Automate, what are the different triggers are there, and we have implemented the example and we deep dive into the Power Apps different action, trigger, and here I shown you trigger, action, and connector. So in this session we'll concentrate on the triggers. Okay, so how we can trigger the flow. Here manually trigger, then recurrence trigger, and this is an automated trigger. When we file created in the SharePoint or anything happen in the SharePoint, then automatically flow will trigger. So moving to the Power Automate. In the Power Automate, here I'm on home screen. The purpose in Power Automate, we know that we connect the services with the different connections and we write the action in the Power Automate. So here in the my flows, so yesterday last session we have created flow as well as now we are going to do, we'll understand the different kind of flow. In the last session we learned the manual flow, instant cloud flow, which one we have manually trigger, which one we have manually trigger. Now in this session we'll learn schedule a cloud flow and automated cloud flow. So first of all I'll show you the schedule cloud flow. The manual flow we have learned in a earlier session. Here we learn the schedule a cloud flow. So here I will say that send a reminder email. Okay, so when it will trigger, so when you want to start the trigger process, so today at 10 a.m. here. Okay, so you can change the time as per your requirement. Okay, so if I'll say here I want to start the trigger process at consider 8 a.m. Okay, so means quickly it will get start and every minute it will trigger. Okay, so every minute, second, hourly, or day. So I'll say every minute it will trigger the flow and send the email. Okay, so here I will say. So here you can see here recurrence. Recurrence means what is the interval, after what interval you want to trigger this flow. If you go in a show in advanced mode, here time zone, and in the which time zone you want to trigger the flow, by default it will take the current time zone for of your environment. Okay, so here I'll go and add one step here and I'll say send email reminder email. So I will say here email. So you can see here get email, send an email. Okay, so it will creating signing create connection to the Office 365 Outlook. So Outlook is the another service, we are connecting to that service. Okay, so here I'll say there is a user, my username is admin, so I will use my admin credentials username here, and I'll say it's a reminder for timesheet. You can say like this. Okay, a reminder for timesheet. Okay, so and I'll write to content here. Hi, this is a reminder for timesheet. Okay, so I have just put an X. So if this happen, this will automatically run after the certain interval of time. So I save this flow. Okay, so after saving this flow, I'll go in my inbox and I'll check whether I'm getting the email means recursively after 1 minute interval of time. So I wait here and check that. Okay, so so your flow are ready to go and we recommend you to test it. I go here, so check any run action here. There is no run action, means flow is not triggered yet. Status is on. Okay, my flow status is on. You can turn off this flow if you want to stop, then you can turn off the flow. We check that whether any email in my inbox. See here, is a demo email? No. So I'll go here again, check there is a run history. There is no run history. Maybe after 1 minute of time it will get a trigger. So actually our trigger timing, I'll go here and edit my flow and check that my trigger time. So if you can say it's a 8, so my trigger timing is here, here. So see, I got an email 8. See guys, just a moment. So you can see reminder for time. I have set the trigger at 8 p.m. so it automatically sent. So after 1 minute interval, I'll continuously get the email notification through this workflow. So we'll check that whether flow run or not. See, you can see it's successfully executed and send me the email notification. Here you can see the successfully executed. If you want to test debug the code, just go here and check that. See here, it's executed successfully. You want recurrence, check that at what time, show more. Okay, it will load, it takes some time. See at what time it start, 2:30 a.m. Okay, so see it's based on a time zone, it's showing the time. Okay, so here you can see, here see I got another email, 1 minute completed, another see 8, you can see here 8:1, 8. So every means interval time, so I'm getting the email notification. Okay, so now here you can see the email body, what kind of email we are getting. So like this way we are getting the email in. Okay, so recurrencing email. So again I'll go and edit my flow. Here I rename my flow, send. So reminder. Okay, any mistake was there, we'll add here, add action. So what you can add different condition, actions, trigger, or just a minute, let me see what else I can add. Switch parameter, compose. We'll learn these different actions are there. Just a minute, I use the compose here. Okay, so compose, where is the compose? Here, compose. Okay, so I use the compose operation. If I click here, so it takes the dynamic content. So if I click here, this is no content available. Just expand it. Is available. Dynamic content is automatically generated from the connector and action you chose for your flow. Dynamic content may be also be added from the sources. Learn about more sources. Okay, so it may take some time to load the dynamic content. So let me check. So dynamic content means like the content like today or location or address, means like this content will automatically pop up here. Go on expression, these are expression. So you can see here continuously getting the email notification. Check how to add the dynamic content, why dynamic contents are not getting pop up here. Compose and add. Ideally it should display here, but it's not showing. No problem, we'll learn on compose more. At that time you will understand. Okay, so this is about the recurring flow. It sends the email notification continuously, it's sending me the email notification. I'll stop this. Okay, so if you want to change the interval of the execution, you can click on the recurrence and change it. Okay, I turn off this flow. Okay, so flow has been turned off. Then now I will get got a 3 email, will not get any further email. Again moving back, I'm here on create. Now we learn how to schedule the flow. Now I'll go on automate. Okay, automate flow means if I do some, I set some trigger action, I set some trigger action here and it will automatically trigger the flow. So what you will do here? Okay, so consider I have the list here in SharePoint. Based on a SharePoint, I go here and create one simple list here. So my list name is employee. If any employee is added in an organization, it will send the email notification. Okay, so I'll say list here, then I'll create the blank list, and or any list means whatever you want, the employee, and show navigation create. So I quickly add 2-3 columns there. I'll quickly show you. So here we can rename this column setting, rename. So I'll set rename, say name, employee name, say employee city. There are different fields associated with it. It's not created. City, consider DOB, date of birth, DOB, consider one more, say DOB is department, say department, okay. So I say choice, say sales, marketing, then account. So different departments associated with sales, okay. So this is the employee list. So what I want to do, if I will, it's not rename as okay, rename, say EMP name, okay, so okay. So what I want to do, if I put any entry here in this list, so I want to send the email notification that new employee has been joined and his details are like this. So this kind of email I want to send. So my list name is employee list, okay. So how you can do that? So I'll go here and I'll say automated cloud flow. Whenever I go here, you can see there are different trigger actions are there. You can see here there are many trigger actions are there. If you can see, there are list of trigger when atom created. You can see the when atom created and or modified, when file is created. So there are lot many trigger actions are there related to the when file is created, classified, or file created or modified. This document library. So there are different trigger actions. So what I do, I'll create the trigger action, say when an atom is created, and I say create, okay. So I'll give the name of my flow, consider send employee joining notification, okay. So I'll say send employee joining, send employee joining notification. So it's connecting to the SharePoint sign, okay. It's connected to the SharePoint now. Now you can see here there's a no site. So what you need to do, you need to copy your site URL from here. On which list you want to, my intention is to on employee list, whenever new entry will be here, it will send the email notification. So I go here, paste it here, okay. So enter custom value, say we need to click on enter custom value. So sometimes see what you, if you are passing the parameter, you need to click on enter custom value, then pass it, control B. Now see here, it will automatically use us the drop down and it will give me the my employee list, okay. So employees, so advanced thing, okay. Limit the column by field, means how many columns you want, what are the columns. Here I say I want everything as it is, okay. Then now what you want to do, I want to send email, okay. Send email to me only, okay. So here I'm not going to spend time to open the another user account. So say email. So where's the email action here? Just a minute. Sorry, Outlook email, send an email. I'll take this, okay. So I'll say to admin, and the admin, see the region is my display name. So I'll say new employee join, okay. Name, so I want to display the name in subject line. So from where I will get that parameter. If you can see here you can see the dynamic contents are there. So dynamic contents are there. This is a very important part. This is the very important. Whenever I click here, it will use me add dynamic content. Dynamic content. So what it's saying, when atom is created. So when atom created is a trigger action. When atom created is a trigger. When this action is trigger, at same time it will bring some information related to this trigger action. So see trigger. Here you can see there are different columns associated with it. It will bring all the information. See, this is the title, city, date of birth, department. Those columns we have created, and all information it will come fetch, okay. So here I'll say title because we use the title as a name over here. So in the body, so here dynamic content are very important, okay. So the it will fetch the all the information related to this trigger action. So Means whenever there are many dynamic content associated with a different action, so you need to check this when an atom created. My action name is when an atom, trigger action name is when an atom. If you want to change the name, you can rename it also. You can rename, see, when an atom created, when an, I say employee, I'll say added. Okay, I can rename it. You can change it. Okay, so here, now here, what you want to say, you will say hi, hi team, new employee, join, join with following details. Okay, what are the details? So I'll say name, and here title parameters, the name, city, here city, say department, okay. So you can check in a dynamic content. Okay, dynamic content. So department is your department value. What else information you require? The three information is enough. Okay, so here, and I say thanks. Okay, this is the, I say save. Okay, so here what I want to, whenever when employee added, then it will trigger and send email notification. This is my flow. Okay, so I just save. Okay, I save this. It's saying that we recommend to test it means test it here. Once I click on test, it say manually or automatically. Means how you want to test. If you say manually and test, add new atom to the SharePoint folder and then select the trigger it. Okay, so I will show you. First we test it. First what I do, my workflow is created here. I go back. Okay, send employee joining notification. So here no workflow trigger. I go here, add new details here, dot new employee name details here. So say Raju, he joined the Pune location and date of birth is here. I select the date of birth. So uh, so department cells and I save. Okay, whenever I save this, okay, whenever I save this item, we just concentrate here. Okay, so history. Okay, when flow run, okay, history, you will get some information pop up here. Okay, it will pop up and also will check my email inbox. So I'm waiting for email in inbox. Let me check flow has been triggered or not yet. So item is added here. Okay, it takes some time. Okay, see, there is one important thing. Okay, we are using the Microsoft trial tenant, that's why it takes some time. So see here, I got the email notification, new employee join with subject line Raju, name is also populated here, hi team, the new employee join with the following details Raju Pune and department is sales and thanks. It's working perfect. I just refresh it so that I will get the details here. Okay, so you can see here, and here you can see the details how it was executed. So we'll check that how the actions are executed. If any action failed, then here the cross mark will be display. Okay, if this action failed, then you need to go there and check that. Okay, you can resubmit also, or you can go here and test. Here you can see edit. This is a test is very important. Okay, test is very important. Please call to roll workflow. Okay, test is very important. So add new list item, I say manually, and I say I click here manually and I say test. Okay, so this flow, see, to see it work, add new list item in a SharePoint folder you create. Okay, so as of now I have not added item. Okay, so it's in progress. So I'll go here, add new item here. Okay, and I'll say Ram Pune and date of birth. Select the date of birth. So if, even though we can trigger the, even though you have customized the form with the Power Apps, no issues, it will trigger the action as usual. Okay, so I'll select the marketing and save. Okay, I have saved it. Okay, so just to go now, here you can see the change here. It will, okay, so here, say, you will find, see, your flow ran successfully. If the flow is a big flow, see, all the steps executed perfectly. Okay, and you got the email for that. So run here and all the details for the employee. So like this way, this is the trigger action, how automatically flow trigger. okay, and how manually flow trigger and recurs means periodic flow means timer with the scheduled time on scheduled time how the flow trigger, so scheduled cloud flow. So these three flow we are going to learn and deep dive more on it, okay. So main intention is the our automated flow. We stop here in